Welcome, everyone. Would the audience rise as Housatonic students sing the Star Spangled Banner? Thank you for coming out on this what has turned out to be a beautiful evening. I'm glad we had the tent set up for this. Please bear with us. We're a little rusty on these formal kinds of exercises, so we're working out the kinks here, but we appreciate having everybody here tonight. While graduation is a celebration of an entire class's accomplishments, the National Honor Society induction ceremony is a celebration of individual excellence. Although academic success is a prerequisite for acceptance, this chapter especially recognizes the value of character and service. All of the faculty have the opportunity to weigh in on the candidates, so we can be as proud of you for who you are as people as we are for how hard you have worked to earn this recognition. As I scan the list of inductees, I recognize students who have served this community as volunteers, committee members, athletes, Eagle Scouts, and class leaders. You have even helped craft the portrait of a graduate that will shape Housatonic graduates for years to come. As members of the Eleanor Roosevelt chapter, it is also fitting that tonight we will hear from a strong female leader in our midst. Our NHS address will be given by Region 1 Superintendent of Schools, Lisa Carter. Lisa Carter currently serves as the Superintendent for Region 1 Schools, and during her 18 years in Region 1, she has served as a high school social studies teacher, an elementary school principal, and as the Assistant Superintendent. Prior to arriving in Region 1 in 2003, she worked in the private sector for 16 years. Her experience includes working as a general management consultant, specializing in organizational effectiveness and human resource planning. She's also worked as part of a technology sales team in China and as a member of the Chinese language instructional team in the U.S. Department of State. Mrs. Carter is an honorary faculty member of the Eleanor Roosevelt chapter of the National Honor Society. Please welcome Ms. Lisa Carter.
Thank you, Mr. Strever. And it is so wonderful to be here outside together and to see everyone. And for those of you who are sitting inside, there's a double rainbow out there. That's a sign of good luck. So it's great to be here. And I have just a few things to say. Congratulations, everyone, on becoming celebrated members of the National Honor Society. The National Honor Society is currently winding up its 99th year and is preparing to celebrate a century of dedication to scholarship, leadership, service, and character. It is interesting to note that the NHS was founded in 1921. If you think about that time, there are some parallels to be drawn between 1921 and 2021. In 1921, the world was just emerging from World War I and the Spanish flu pandemic, both of which took the lives of 90 million people worldwide and nearly 900,000 people in the United States. The aftermath of that challenging time in the 1920s would become a time of enormous creativity and innovation, including advances in technology, the arts, and civil rights. The innovators of the 1920s were most likely affected by the losses of the war and the pandemic, much like all of you feel the impact of what has been lost in your lives since March of 2020. However, if you look at their contributions through the lens of the NHS values, you see a commitment to scholarship, leadership, service, and character that defied adversity and fueled innovations that changed the world. The emergence of the women's right to vote, the Harlem Renaissance, automobiles as an affordable mass-produced means of transportation, the beginnings of the airline industry, beautiful architecture like the Chrysler Building in New York City, and the invention of the radio are just a few examples of the incredible achievements of the Roaring Twenties. These contributions all happened in the aftermath of terrible loss, because their creators remained undaunted by fear, sadness, and uncertainty. They were committed to a better future, and the society at large was ready to believe in better days. It is my understanding from your esteemed advisors that, like those 1920 inventors and influencers and those initial inductees into the first National Honor Society, you all possess that unstoppable energy that allows great things to happen in the face of adversity. So let's take a minute to look at who you are now in this challenging time through the lens of the 4 pillars. Let's start with scholarship. We all know that one of the reasons that you are a member of the National Honor Society is because you love to learn. Your academic achievement was the first hurdle you cleared to merit an invitation to NHS. Most recently, you proved yourselves to be passionate learners when life was lived in 2 dimensions on a Google or Zoom meeting. If you could continue to stay engaged when the world was a sea of tiles on a screen, imagine how much more you can continue to learn as the world opens up. The love of knowledge supports your ability as leaders. Whether it is the leadership of a project or an organization, leaders rise because they have the knowledge base that allows the creation of sound ideas that people want to adapt. However, in addition to knowledge, you all have the interpersonal skills that attract others to follow your lead. As leaders of class discussions, school activities, and service projects, you have exhibited confidence, logical thinking, and an ability to influence others. Continue to lead the way whenever that opportunity is presented to you. And so what about service? I understand that many of you, rather than become discouraged about how to find a service project during a time of isolation and limited interpersonal interaction, became energized by the opportunity to help others. You created websites, helped at the food bank, and tutored students online. Your empathy for others allowed you to see where there was great need, and I hope you found joy and positive energy in providing those services. Please keep reaching out. The world will always need your support. And finally, your availability for service during the last 14 months speaks volumes about your character. It would have been so easy to stay at home, solely focused on all that you have missed and worried about your fate. That would have been completely understandable because I think that's where we all were for many days since a year ago last March. However, your need to make the world a better place by using what you know to lead projects that provided needed service to others indicates that you have hope, that you at a very young age are able to think beyond your own needs and to address the needs of others. You believe that the human condition can always be improved and that you want to be a part of that. Additionally, you have become well known in the Housatonic Valley Regional High School community as someone who is trustworthy and kind to others. So I'll wrap things up with this observation. You all have achieved a great deal in your young lives. And not only did you not give up when confronted with a global pandemic, you pushed through to continue your life journey as well as to help support others around you, just like those forward thinkers in the 1920s. Continue to celebrate your amazing achievement well beyond this evening's ceremony. Savor your strength as human beings and live your life with the confidence that you can meet any future challenges because of what you have learned about yourselves during this one. In the words of Duke Ellington, the famous jazz musician who was an important contributor to the Harlem Renaissance and to the world of music beyond that, he said there are 2 rules in life. Number 1, never quit. Number 2, never forget rule number 1. You are smart, wonderful, caring, and courageous. Congratulations on all that you have achieved, and best wishes from all of us for success in the next steps of your life's journey. And hopefully we'll see you in the next creative birth of the 2020s. Thank you.
Good evening. Before we proceed with the induction of our newest members, we would like to take a moment to acknowledge the students who were inducted into our chapter last October, but who didn't have the opportunity to have an in-person ceremony. So when I call your name, please stand and we'll acknowledge your hard work. Elias Abbott, Justine Allen, Margaret Bickford, Charlotte Clulo, Elaine Decker, Jacob Ellington, Alexis Galgano, Serena Gulan, Kirsten Hogue, Serena Kim, Cassidy Knudsen, Henry Lopez, Eliza Luminati, Micah Matsudara, Aidan McCarthy, Patrick Merrill, Ashley Menacci, Natalie Nessler, Neve O'Connell, John Purdy, Emerson Reinhardt, Brandon Sorrell, Brooke Stamfel, Michelle Tittman, and Sarah Upson. Congratulations. This candle represents the flame of knowledge. The theme for our induction tonight is based on the qualities by which our members have been selected: scholarship, service, character, and leadership. Reflections on these qualities will be presented by this year's National Honor Society's officers, members of the class of 2021, Charlotte Clulo, Eliza Luminati, Mia Tittman, and Justine Allen. First, Charlotte Clulo will share her thoughts on the quality of scholarship.
Hello, my name is Charlotte Clulo, and I would like to first just congratulate this year's inductees to the National Honor Society. You should all be proud of yourselves for your dedication to scholarship, leadership, service, and character. When the word scholarship comes to mind, many people associate it with just good grades, high test scores, and overall success. However, scholarship is much more than just letters and percentages in a grade book. To me, scholarship is less about the outcome and more about the process of just pursuing knowledge simply for the sake of gaining that knowledge and for the sake of intellectual curiosity. Commonly, commitment towards scholarship does result in high grades, doing well on tests, and in turn, success. However, the most accurate measure in measuring scholarship does not come from external results. Rather, it is most accurately measured by one's intrinsic motivation. All of you here today have achieved a level of motivation in school that has encouraged you to take learning to the next level. Not just achieving high grades, but also allowing you to acquire a wealth of knowledge, which will serve as a strong foundation for the next stages of your life. Never let go of this motivation, and always follow the pursuit of knowledge wherever it takes you in life. In turn, you will find success. You should all be proud of yourselves for achieving this level of scholarship. Your curiosity and drive are very commendable, and you deserve this recognition. Congratulations.
Thank you, Charlotte. Next, Eliza Luminati will speak about service.
Good evening. My name is Eliza Luminati, and I am the Service Officer for the National Honor Society. I am honored to be speaking with you tonight and hope to inspire you to pursue a path of service that you are truly passionate about. Service does not have to be as complicated as you may think. Sometimes the smallest actions can have the largest outcome and impact on your community. Personally, my passion for service began the day my grandfather was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Although Alzheimer's remains a scientific mystery, our contributions can still change the lives of those diagnosed and the communities that are affected. Due to the pandemic, serving the community in a traditional ways has become more difficult because of the obvious restrictions. However, we cannot perceive this situation as a drawback, but as a larger opportunity to persevere and challenge ourselves. This is a time to be innovative. In order to overcome these challenges, I created a socially distanced walk to end Alzheimer's at Housatonic because this year's in-person walk was unfortunately canceled. The support from my family, friends, and community made this fundraiser a success. I designed and sold Pure Vita bracelets of all shades of purple for Alzheimer's, along with giving out prizes to the participants that walked the farthest. The word spread on all social media platforms and even to schools outside of the region. What got me through this, you may ask? My answer for you is passion and dedication. With a positive mindset and the hope of benefiting my community, I was able to raise over $2,000. Many of you here tonight can say that you participated in the success of this fundraiser. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all. I believe that in order to be truly successful in serving your community, you must find something that holds a special place in your heart. It could be something small that you do with a group of friends, or it could be something larger that reaches out to a wider community. Service is about quality, not quantity. Before pursuing your own project, think to yourself, why am I doing this? Service is about awareness. It only takes one person to stand up to make a difference and to set an example for others. Let all that you do be done with a distinct purpose. With a positive mindset and a goal to achieve, you will be bound to succeed. With that being said, congratulations, and in the words of Gandhi, always remember to be the change you want to see in the world.
The quality of character will be discussed by Mia Tittman.
Hello, my name is Mia Tittman, and I'd like to congratulate you all on making it to the National Honor Society. Character is abstract, complex, and fluid. I'll be the first to admit that I did not understand this pillar at first. Was about holding the door open for a stranger? Could it be staying late after school to help a teacher? Or could it mean something more than good Samaritan acts? I think the first two are both aspects of character. Even though much of the world is beyond our control, which these past few months have certainly proven, character impels us to try to improve our communities anyway. However, I think the latter is most important. We often think of these selfless people to be our icons for a good person. In our stories, these heroes are sacrificing themselves for the greater good. As honorable as that may be, what is it worth if what is left behind is broken? I'm slowly learning that to have good character requires one to be good to themselves. Through taking the time to help myself, I have been able to do more for my community like volunteering. I can give more to my schoolwork and reach my highest potential. I allow myself to dream big goals and strive for them with everything. We often undervalue the importance of self-care and putting oneself first. It is not selfish to say no. It takes courage to advocate your needs. You do not have to advocate your needs. You do not want a worn-down pilot to fly your plane. The same goes for your actions that resemble your character. I wish for everyone here to value themselves more than their grades or their titles. Yes, they are a part of you, but they are not you. You get to define who you are in the way you carry yourself through life. Please take time to learn who you are and do not be afraid to do so. Character is doing your best for everyone, and that includes you. I continue to let myself grow and learn, and I hope you do as well. Congratulations.
At this time, members will light their candles of knowledge. Oh, I'm sorry. Justine will be discussing leadership.
evening, everyone. My name is Justine Allen, and I will be discussing the leadership pillar. Truthfully, there is a sense of comfort that accompanies conformity. Why risk the chance of embarrassment, increased stress, and overall anxiety simply to swim against the tidal wave, especially when those around you agree or seem unbothered by the topic? While the vast majority may choose to settle where the crowd presides, there are always select individuals who simply rise above. It is a natural instinct to find the company of others desirable. Yet in every successful group, there is someone who takes charge and guides the motion. These individuals reject the thought of conformity, overlooking whatever constraints there may be to accomplish the desired task. A definition of a leader is someone who commands the attention of others. As leaders, we counteract stagnant mindsets in the attempt for simple innovation. Although it may sound cliche, it is necessary to understand that leadership comes from within oneself. While someone may be labeled with elaborate position titles, their true ability is not determined by such names, but rather the actions they take at all times. A natural leader does not need the title of president, chairman, or anything to pursue the road less traveled, as they continuously institute their goals without the necessities of such names. As I look at the National Honor Society inductees this evening, I see countless natural leaders. Regardless of your extraordinarily honorable accomplishments, you all initiated your leadership far before the application of the NHS membership. Leadership is such a valuable characteristic and so pivotal to a strong and growing society. There is no questioning its presence amongst the four pillars of the National Honor Society. I would like to personally congratulate you on exemplifying the components of a genuine leader and the prosperous futures that lay before you. With that being said, I shall leave you with this quote. Great leaders do not set out to lead, but they set out to make a difference. It's never about the role, always about the goal. Thank you and congratulations.
At this time, members will light their candles of knowledge. Students, please repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been elected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. You may now extinguish your candle flame. Please be seated.
Chapter of the National Honor Society. The National Honor Society is a secondary school organization which recognizes and applauds scholarship, service, character, and leadership in high school students. In 2019, the members of the National Honor Society at Housatonic Valley Regional High School elected to name their chapter in honor of Eleanor Roosevelt, a friend of our school who spoke here on 2 occasions, including the 1958 induction ceremony of the National Honor Society. Of her visit to Housatonic on that occasion, Mrs. Roosevelt wrote in her My Day newspaper column, quote, "This is an exceptional school and draws its students from a broad area. Some of them travel as much as an hour and a half to reach school. Yet it showed what I thought was a high standard of scholarship, as well as character training, to have so many young people become members of the National Honor Society. We congratulate our newest members on your efforts in achieving your potential as students and for giving back to your community in so many ways. As new members, we urge you to take to heart the advice that Mrs. Roosevelt gave to Housatonic students in 1958. Go on learning and doing in the service of others."
I'm going to go off script for a second and just take a moment to thank our advisors, Mr. Vermillier and Ms. Monaco. Despite pandemic and rain and uncooperative candles, they've managed to pull off a really outstanding and special ceremony, so thank you. I'm fully expecting locusts at graduation. Each year, we recognize a member of the staff who embodies the qualities of the National Honor Society. Our faculty members have opportunities to assume advisory roles and leadership positions in the school, and the nature of their work requires scholarship. This year, however, we recognize a staff member who continually seeks opportunities to learn new skills and serve our community. If there is a hub of our school, it is in our main office, and an extraordinary amount of traffic goes through it. Consider for a moment all that happens there. Screening calls and visitors, directing traffic and correspondence, processing books and materials, updating websites, and answering questions that range from how to get working papers to where Room 101 is. There's more institutional knowledge contained in that office than in just about any other place in the school. And of course, when I say office, it is really a synecdoche for Cindy Fuller. When I need something done well and urgently, I can rely on Ms. Fuller's high standards of scholarship, knowing that she will study the matter thoroughly, seek innovative solutions, and consider every angle. When it comes to dealing with upset or confused parents, Ms. Fuller's phenomenal patience and equanimity present a professional yet sympathetic face to the school. In every act, Ms. Fuller hopes to serve others and to make our experience better and more enjoyable, and to that end, she has been wildly successful. This recognition is voted on by the teaching faculty, and it is the first time that they've recognized a staff member for their contributions. This speaks volumes about the role that Ms. Fuller plays in their success and the success of our school, and I know that Cindy values their high estimation of her. When we informed her of today's recognition, in true Ms. Fuller fashion, she replied, "Now I'm going to have to work even harder to prove that I deserve it." And that, in short, is what makes Miss Cindy Fuller this year's honorary inductee to the National Honor Society.
Thank you to Superintendent Carter, to our speakers, to Mr. Krupa, Sarah Upson, Tabitha Malfucci, Charlotte Pulo, Mia Titman, Eli Abbott, Micah Matsadara, and Jacob Ellington for their work on the national anthem, and especially to Julie Lang for all of her hard work. Congratulations to all of our inductees on this well-deserved honor. This concludes our program for the evening. However, we do have refreshments in the back. We have water and cupcakes, so please help yourselves. Thank you.